See, I got my whites on now. My dress whites. The rest of these are nothing. I don't know what they are.
That is pretty cool.
I don't know what the heck these are. So, I don't know what these are. Oh, there's the crew here. There we are, all of us.
Wow.
There I am, right there. Isn't that me? Looks like me.
It does
I
look
think
like
so,
you. That's
yeah.
you. That is cool.
Yeah.
Wow. This is really incredible. Now, what is in here? What are these things?
Oh, I know. They're the
Are they-
negatives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The rest of those pictures aren't nothing. No. That's just something that's going on down there. That was about it.
Wow, what a story.
No kidding.
Hmm. Yeah, there it is there coming in.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
It's not a very big ship.
Oh, you said 150 feet?
187.
187.
It's funny how I remember that. It's got guns here and over here and on the back. There's 2 sets of guns.
Hmm.
We fired them. So that's about it. Yeah. Let's see. Look at
Did you
that.
have any, like, any other sailor or seaman here that you were particularly a good friend with?
I had one that, yeah, one of the ones I went out with. I think his picture's over here. This kid right here.
Yeah? What was his name? Do you
His name
remember?
was Laurie Reisfelder.
And do you know what became of him?
Well, he grew up and went away. Of course, I moved away,
Yeah.
and I heard that he eventually got married, had a couple of kids, and
Wow.
then not too long, I found out he passed away about 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's me on board there.
Wow.
And another one of me there.
Yep.
And that's looking back, you know, from the up forward, looking back to 1093.
One of the few sunny days, it says. One of the few sunny days.
On the few sunny
Yeah.
days, yeah. Oh, he's standing port watch, my friend.
There he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laurie?
Laurie.
Yeah, there he is there.
Yeah. Standing watch again. And there's myself.
Yep.
There's an albatross. And they're coming on board to take off that guy that got appendicitis.
Oh, jeez.
And there's me down there. Pretty good picture. There's me, a good picture.
Yep.
Yeah. Leaving the ship to go on Liberty. Liberty, Liberty.
Liberty.
Funny, he signed up to go on again after his 4 years were up, and they wouldn't take him because he had paralysis. He had slight infantile paralysis.
Oh. Wow.
So he had a weak arm. I don't know how he even made it the first time, but
Jeez.
yeah. But he was a nice kid. He was my best friend. Oh, there we are there. So that's about it.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There it is.
Yep.
That's the ship. There's the guns, see?
Right.
The 2 guns out there. And I think there was a 3-inch one up here someplace, but I don't see it anymore. But
Yeah, I
not
don't
a
know.
big ship. So you can see where the doors were.
Yep.
They're all sealed up. So, see, you can see where. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that other gun's located.
No.
I mean, what is that?
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-inch gun isn't that big, but it's
Yeah.
bigger than these.
Yeah. Those are 20 millimeter, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
20 or 40. I think they're 40 millimeter.
That'll do some damage.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, it is what it is. Boy, that's a powerful thing. An open gun.
tug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that had guns on it too. Twin 40s and a 3-inch cannon on the front of it.
Really, a tug that's armed.
Yeah, a tug. It was huge.
Yeah,
And powerful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that thing could pull anything. We
Yeah.
were pulling. I went out one day. We were pulling targets, big targets, like they were barges.
Yep.
And big targets with a circle in the middle of them, and they were warships, like destroyers or cruisers, practically on the horizon. And they were firing at the targets. We had to tow the targets.
Yeah.
We'd be towing them
Oh,
like
jeez.
about a half a mile behind us, 2 targets.
Yep.
That's how powerful it was. And then all of a sudden, one shell came down right near, not too far from us,
Oh my God.
maybe like 300 or 400 yards.
Yep.
And then another one came down. It was fairly within a quarter of a mile, I'd say, of the captain goes, "Cut the barges! Cut the line!
We're out of here.
We're
Yeah.
out of here!"
Wow.
He got on the horn. I guess he was bawling them out.
Yeah.
And then they stopped. Then we came back and picked up the barges again.
Yeah.
Because when they cut the line, they put a buoy on it so that it won't sink. And I remember they cut the line. We're getting out of here.
Wow.
So that was tough. I remember we had heavy seas.
Yeah.
And they were testing the buoys out off of New York Harbor. And I had to go down. They made me, and here I am, a reservist, for God's sake. And they had me going down and tying a line on with 2 other guys
Oh, jeez.
on the buoys. They were huge buoys.
Yep.
Have to tie the line on them, and the ship's rocking and rolling.
Oh my
And
God.
then going down is one thing, but getting back on board is
Yep.
another. So they threw down like a rope ladder. You have to climb up that, but you're climbing up and the waves are splashing all over you.
Wow.
That was all right. But the best time was being the small arms gunnery instructor,
I guess so.
teaching the waves how to hold the gun. The guys, they could take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I was married then.
Yeah.
I must have been married then, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe not, because
Yeah.
I joined when I was 17. And I was in
Yeah, and
for
this
5
was-
years.
And was this before the
Yeah.
ship?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh, yeah. So I was
yeah.
married. Yeah, we were just married.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes
Was
sense.
48? Is that what it said?
Yeah, I think
48,
so.
I think.
What year did you get married? 48?
October 1948 is
Yeah.
that. When did I get married? So, how old is Cindy? She's 50. She's 68.
Yeah.
And we were
So
married
you got
at
married, so she, yeah.
51. That would make her 51. Her birth date 51.
Okay.
So we were married in 1950. So we were
50.
married.
Yeah,
here.
you were married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were going together.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why she said, "You're never going to see a Billy again."
Yeah.
That's at the end of Billy.
Talk about a lack of sympathy here. Jeez.
Oh my God! It's a
Oh.
wonder they even liked me, because her sister Dot was
Yeah.
married to a guy too, and his name was Bill Brooks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grandma's
Weird.
sister marries a guy with the same exact
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, exactly
Tell
the
me.
same name,
Yep.
even the initial. But I think his name was Harold or something like
Yeah.
that.
Wild.
Yeah, but it was.
But he was not a good guy?
He was not a good guy.
Oh.
No. Well, her sister Dot had to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he always thought he was better than everybody else. You know, he was a plumber.
Now, was this Dot the one who kind of got kicked out of the family?
Dot, yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, because
Because she had a baby. She was going to have a baby. Yeah.
she had a baby out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Although she was married actually when she had the baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that she got pregnant and she wasn't married.
And she wasn't married.
That
right.
was a
that
no-no.
was when she got kicked out.
Yeah.
But she ended up marrying the guy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
she married him.
Okay.
And they lived not too far. I think in Hanover. Yeah, they lived in Hanover. Before they wanted to move. She was going to move next. They had just built that house over there,
The Mellows?
where the Mellows are,
Yeah.
and they were going to move down here and move into across the street from
Yeah.
us. And your mother goes, "No way."
Wow.
She put a stop to it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, she did. And
But your
that
own
Dot
sister.
never spoke to us much until
Yeah.
her mother died. Then all of a sudden she showed up. Nobody even knew it. She
Yeah.
showed up with her husband. He stayed in the background. She came right up, and all of a
Wow.
sudden, your mother felt somebody holding her hand, and she turned and it was Dot.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, but
Yeah.
she never made up with it
Wow.
because they never bothered. They never tried. You know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she shows up like that. And then
Yeah.
that was it for Dot. And she died. She died, I think she was about 85, 86
Yeah.
when she died a few years ago.
So Dot
they were
had some
all-
children.
Pardon?
Dot had some children,
Yeah.
right? One of them, So
Yeah.
do you know what she had for children?
She had a girl and a boy,
Okay.
and I can't remember their names.
I never knew about Dot for
Yeah.
a long time, and I had a woman call me one time
yeah.
and tell me she was my cousin.
Oh.
And at the time, I was a radio disc jockey.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and people would call me up all the time. At
Right,
the radio,
right.
And, you know, but she heard me and heard my name, and called me up and said, "Yeah, I'm your long lost cousin."
Oh,
And blah blah blah. But I didn't know of any Dot, so I told her, "I don't know who you are." And by the way, what would you? How are you related to me? She said, "Well, my mother Dot." And I went, "Well, I have no Aunt Dot,
Oh, wow.
so you're full of
Oh,
baloney.
yeah, yeah.
Goodbye." Click.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was many years later I
Oh,
mentioned
the
this
Dot.
story, and Mom went, "Oh, well, wait a minute. You
Yeah.
actually do. I did
Yeah,
have
but
a sister
She
Dot."
was a pretty
And-
good looking woman.
yeah.
She was
so
one
I
that liked
I
to
hung
dress.
up on this cousin. She never called me back because I thought she was
Dang.
just a crackpot.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when you're a disc jockey, you get a lot of
Oh,
calls.
yeah.
From
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So
She
I
was a
think-
fashion plate, Dot.
Well,
Oh,
I
man,
never
did
knew. And
she
then
love-
later on, I was like, damn, I would have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
then I had no idea.
She had reddish hair.
Yeah,
Yeah, really, she was a good-looking girl when she was young.
yeah,
When I remember her, then she got pregnant, and then there was her sister Sue too.
yeah.
Asunta, that was her real name.
Real name, Asunta. Yeah,
Asunta.
but she went by
Susan.
Sue.
Sue.
Yeah.
She was married to Nick,
Oh yeah, the
Federico,
barbershop guy.
the barbershop guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the
Yeah.
accent, he was a Sicilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Nick and Sue and Nick pretty
Yeah.
well. And Sue and Nick had a daughter, right? Mary Ann?
Mary Ann.
Yeah, okay.
They had two, Mary Ann and Kathy.
I don't
Kathy was
remember
the
Kathy.
oldest one.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I was too young to know
And
Kathy.
yeah, Mary Ann was a kind of flighty.
Yeah, she seemed kind
Yeah.
of.
She got married to a guy. I think she
But
still
wasn't he a
lives.
bad guy? It seems like I remember Mary Ann. She was like.
Well,
a
yeah,
very
she
simple,
married a guy.
naive sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
And didn't she marry a guy who treated her bad?
Yeah, he would treated her badly.
Yeah.
She finally divorced him.
Good.
And
Okay.
got rid of him. She met another guy. Then
Yeah.
she disappeared. Kathy called me once when her mother was sick. Sue was sick,
Yeah.
and she wanted to know if we could come out and visit her. Mother wouldn't do it.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I got a call from Viola once.
Oh my God.
Tony's.
Yeah.
Wanted to know Tony wasn't feeling too good if I could come out. And your mother says, "No way. I want nothing to do with him
Wow.
because he cheated you. He cheated my mother.
Yeah.
You know, she cheated Mama. Nana, she
Yeah.
called her. He cheated her out of everything. Then he cheated her out of her home.
Yep.
You know, and we used to go down there to visit. You know, because they moved her out of her house in Rosendale, which was that beautiful two-family house. It was a beautiful
Yeah, I never
house.
saw that. I only
Oh,
knew what
it's
she
a
lived in. I'm going to say
gorgeous
Middleborough
house.
or something.
Pardon?
Did she? After that, she moved to Middleborough.
She
Is that
moved to
right?
Middleborough.
That's
They
what
bought
I
a little
remember.
house.
Yeah.
And then Tony and Viola moved into it
Yeah.
after the father passed away.
Yep.
And we'd go to visit her, and we'd talk, and the mother would be sitting there, and Viola would go, "Ma, go sit in the other room. We're talking."
Yep. Oh,
And that used
jeez.
to irk me to hell.
Yep.
I'd get up from the table and I'd go in and sit with her and talk
Yep.
with her, because, even though she spoke broken English,
Yep.
she understood and I understood her.
Yep.
And, they took her and they sent a list to us and Sue of every damn thing in that house and how much the cost was for it, and it was theirs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I still have that list someplace.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Dishes and plates and everything.
Yep.
And the approximate cost. Yeah. And when they sold the house, I think they gave Nick and Sue a little bit of the money.
Yep.
And they didn't even offer it to us. And your mother says, "I don't want nothing to do with them. I
Yep.
don't want any of that money. I don't want to ever speak to them or hear them again."
Yep. Wow.
So, that's Italian playback or
Yeah,
something
it
like
is.
that.
Yep.
So that
Yeah, that
pretty
was
much
that.
ended that. But because Sue and Nick, they did live, when we first got married, we lived in that
Yep.
six-decker house, and they lived right up the street in the next house.
Wow.
So they'd come down to see us now and then.
Yep.
But the six-decker, that was an experience. That's for sure.
God.
Oh, they had a woman on the third floor, and I always remember she had this damn dog. It was
Oh.
the worst dog, and she used to let him out the back stairs, and he'd come down to the first floor, and he'd do a dump right on in the hall
No.
on the first floor. So
Yeah.
I took that about twice. Then I says, "I'm not doing that anymore.
Yep.
I'm not putting up with that anymore." So I got a squirt gun and I filled it with turpentine. And
Oh.
then I waited and I heard the dog coming down. And boy, when he went to squat down, I let him have it right in the rear end.
Oh
He goes off and she never did it again.
no. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God.
Oh, God. Oh, then there was a woman on the second floor on the opposite side. She was always having guys in.
Oh jeez.
Oh, gee, what a place that was. They'd get drunk and fall down the front stairs. And crash bang. And then I'd open the door and say, "Get the hell out of here."
Yep.
And then, oh, God. She was always